Take a guess.
Cheeseheads.
Yeah.
The only team. There's other 3-1 teams, but they actually were 5-0 last week. But then the Panthers went 5-5 on their loss and ended up knocking off that fifth win for the Packers. But still, no other
They're
team
still
has
not
reached.
below 500 though, so technically they're 500 or
No,
above.
that you got to be in this category. You got to have that extra W to get you above
I'm
five,
just
or at
saying,
least a
though.
tie.
The
So
Patriots have played what, 2 or 1, and they've lost. Like
they've
there's a
went
lot
one
of
and one in
teams.
2 games.
A lot of teams that are supposedly good have faced good teams and haven't won.
Minnesota Vikings 2-2 in 4 games for wins against 500. Let's see. The Eagles have 5 games with teams against 500, but they're 2-3. That seems like that's their struggle this year. Dillon is the little bit of.
Here's a stat I heard today. I think it was something like Phillip Rivers has lost 64 games by 7 points or less.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It, like you said, it's the story of his career. He puts himself in place to win games and then just blows up in
just
the
think of just think about how, one mistake that a player makes sticks with them for not only that week but going into the next week. You think about 64 games you've lost by less than a touchdown, man. He must never sleep.
Oh Jesus.
Well, also this as well. I have to add in this since this is 49ers Packers week this week. 49ers, that's why a lot of people are going to be skeptical because they have not faced top tier talent in the first beginning of the season. Up until now, they faced 2 winning teams above 500 and they're 1-1. So they're split on that. They haven't really picked up on any top tier teams. So we'll see this week what they're made of.
Well, this is a litmus test for a lot of things this week. It's going to be interesting. Are we ready to go for a break before we get to power rankings? Or you got anything else for us, Dillon?
I am.
Ready, Freddy.
All right, here we go, folks. We'll be right back, and you want to stay tuned because we have our Week 12 power rankings coming up next.
Bum, ba, da, ba.
And if you haven't had enough of our banter tonight, you want to visit NFL Addictions on Facebook.com for all of your NFL banter and chatter. It's not a trash talk site, so keep it clean and keep it cordial. That's NFL Addictions on Facebook.com. And if you still got an itch to scratch when you're done with that, you want to visit Raz Addictions on Facebook.com for their version of the raffle for all kinds of cool prizes, even a chance at winning some cash. You buy a $10 raffle ticket for a chance at winning $100. That's a chance at making 10 times your money. It don't get any better than that. That's Raz Addictions on Facebook.com for a chance at all kinds of cool prizes. Tell them what you've won, Dave.
I've won everything from tailgating barbecue sets. That I have a Packers one that I won, folks, for $400. I put $40 down on the spot. I won it, and it was out of 20 spots. It's really worth it. I've also won helmets that are signed. I've won banners that are signed. I've won memorabilia rings. I've won footballs that are signed and other Packers knickknacks because that's my team. But go ahead and check them out. Cheap, affordable prices for certified, authentic stuff.
That's Raz Addictions on Facebook.com. Go there, play, and win. And as always, you can follow us on Twitter at First and Goal Pod, myself at UPJ33, Dave is at Steak and Cheese, and the fantasy wonder himself, Dillon, at Dillon Busby1. Email us at firstandgoalpodcast@yahoo.com with all your football and Packer questions and comments, and you just might find yourself making the show live. That's firstandgoalpodcast@yahoo.com. All right, men, it's Movember. Grow your facial hair out to bring awareness to prostate cancer. It affects just as many men as breast cancer affects women. We need to bring awareness. So grow out your facial hair, and if you already have facial hair, shape and shave it in a different way. Have some fun with it so everybody knows if you're 35 or older, it's time to have your prostate checked. Again, it's Movember, Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. So men, grow out that facial hair, shape and shave it in a different, unique way to bring awareness. It's an important thing. We all need to have it done. So get on board and have some fun with it. All right, and we are back. So that means it's time for our Power Rankings debut, Week 12.
Yeah. Power Rankings.
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
Power Rankings.
After Week 8, folks, don't get too excited. After Week 8.
Yeah, we don't start them till after Week 8 because I don't know how the hell you rank teams that have no real anything done yet.
Yeah, it's like giving a kid a black belt before 10. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
Can I also mention on NFL Network, guys, how awesome D'Angelo Hall is for the new broadcast team there at night? I love D'Angelo Hall there. He has really good intelligence.
D Hall.
What the hell happened there?
I don't know, just glitched. Everything just went blip, 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 blip.
Yeah, I just lost you both. Okay,
CIA.
Okay, what did you say about D'Angelo Hall? Because you glitched out and went away for
So
5
D'Angelo Hall got added a couple weeks back to the NFL Total Access team, and it's a really good addition because everyone remembers him on the field. He had attitude. He had not in a bad way, but he was a little chippy. He always wanted to go after the wide receivers. On the show, he's the most calm guy ever. It's like Steve Smith of the Thursday Night Football broadcast. Steve is this mellow guy, and now D'Angelo Hall the same way. But there's a lot of good football intelligence that comes out of him, and by sitting there looking at him on the field, you'd think he was just all attitude and everything. No, man, he's breaking down film with Derwin James right now, and he's a really, really smart player.
He was
as good as your
Yep.
boy Darren Sharper.
Don't even
Darren's
bring
in
up
prison right
Sharper.
now.
Sharper's a douchebag. How dare you bring him up?
And Darren Sharper was the safety. So, Charles Woodson, sucker.
Fair enough.
Right.
2009
Okay.
Defensive Player of the Year.
Here we go. We're going to do 5 at a time like we always do, Dave.
Thought it was 4.
Okay, whatever. It's just, I think we do this every week.
Dave has to stick to the script.
Well, who sends a rundown and does pay attention to the rundown?
Because I was on Twitter, okay? And you guys were talking, so I was like, all right, I'm trying not to rant.
God damn it, there's a 1-day trade review period, and we do 4 at a time power rankings.
Brat.
Okay,
all right.
Whatever.
Anyways, who goes first, you or me?
You go first, Dave.
Thanks, Dad. All right, 32. I got the lonely 0-10 Bengals. I just told Dillon this earlier before we went to break. So much talent still on that team. It's ridiculous. And they still find a way to screw it up. Ugh. Washington, I literally watched a video of Dwayne Haskins asking the O-line, what can I do to make things better for y'all? And they just stared at him like kids just got in trouble by their parents. They didn't say anything. And
they
just
said, walk away.
But basically, that, I was like, wow, they've really given up. They just don't care. So I was like, all right, cool. I almost put them at 32 for that because it just showed no fight. I mean, at least the Bengals are trying to put up somewhat of a game.
That makes it the worst, though, that they care and they can't win.
Yeah, but the Bengals 0-10 record just stares me right in the face. And
because they care and they can't win, and they're talented and they can't win.
Bengals, Washington, and then I got 30. I got the Giants. I don't know how long it's going to take before Giants fans start pushing for an Eli farewell tour. We've only got 7 weeks left of the season, guys, of the regular season. It won't surprise me to see fans start pushing that because their
You do realize
QB
they were on a bye week, right?
I know. I'm
Like,
just
they
still saying
dropped
overall,
that
though.
much over a bye
Yeah.
week. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm just
Even
like
before-
conversating
Even
here.
before their bye week, they didn't do anything. That's what I'm saying. Like Daniel Jones is not showing why he was drafted that high. To me, if you're drafted that high in the first round, you have to show. I can't get over that. And then next up, 29, the Dolphins, 2 wins in a row, climbing out of the cellar. I like it. Showing some fight with some no-name players, and then I almost dropped them just for what I read today with Mark Walton beating up his pregnant girlfriend. But yeah, they're going to be towards the bottom. But I'm glad I was able to raise them up a little bit, just a little bit.
Okay.
I should have, but didn't mention Kalen Ballage in the waiver wire section. If you feel so dirty as to just desperately pick up Kalen Ballage in hopes that he falls into the end zone at some point during the game.
Wait a second. You can't be doing that. You had fantasy files. You had whole time. Cannot be interrupting power rankings with your
I'm host.
with
I'll
your
allow it.
waiver wires.
Oh,
That's
don't
a
get me
faux
started
pas.
on. All right.
I think we have archives of hours of your rants.
I mean,
Just
come
saying.
on.
I'm the producer. Again, you can't
That
tell
doesn't
the
matter.
Wizard of Oz what to do. Like,
Actually, we can't. Dorothy did, and she got sent home. What up? Anyways,
yeah,
what's
I
with
will
32
send your
29?
ass home.
Cool.
All right.
I will stay off then and go to sleep.
32. So shut up, Dave. You're such a baby. You keep me
Not.
up. Go home.
He gave a fun fact about Kalen Ballage.
32 Bengals. They are staying the same at 0-10. 31. The Redskins didn't move. 30. The Dolphins are down 1 spot this week. At 29, the Jets move up 1 spot.
The Jets suck.
Jets.
Oh, yeah. That reminds me. I heard the Ravens fans starting to do a Ravens spelling it out chant type thing. I mean,
way too long.
I guess every team can do it now, so whatever.
Like the Buccaneers did.
Packers. Packers. Yes.
Yep.
That's the cricket you would get for any other Packer. If you did that in a game,
I'm just saying, how
just stare
gay
at
is
you.
all that?
I know
Anyways,
it's ironic for an
long-term.
Eagles fan to point out, but
Anyways, 28. I have the Lonely Lions dropping all the way down. Stafford's possibly out the rest of the year. He ain't going to play anytime soon. Driscoll is not one for a leading performance. It's Jeff Driscoll. It's the same quarterback in Florida we saw. He's a read option quarterback that can't throw. If you stop the run game with him, he won't do anything. So, yeah, that's why I have the Lions so low. I have the Jets at 27. I think the Jets with their excuse me, folks. Sorry. I think the Jets with their win they got the other day showed some life. I liked it. And also, too, Sam Darnold, maybe he's finally over mono after 5 months later. God.
that spleen's down to normal size.
Back down. It's like the Grinch, but with his spleen. And then I got the Cardinals at 26. They had a really, really another close loss. It looks like it's so close sometimes for them becoming like a total unit, but then it just implodes. It just implodes like at the last second for them always, and it's sad to see. And then I got the Yucks at 25. They are another team that, to me, is in a lot of games, a lot of talent, but they just can't seem to put it together. There was just a lot worse teams this week, and I had to bring up the Bucs. Like, there was a lot worse teams. I know they got throttled by New Orleans, but God, teams
They
Seems
look
like
good
the
doing
Lions
it,
and
you
other
know?
stuff. Just ugh. So, all right, Jay. Sorry about that.
All right. We have the Lions at 28, down 3 spots.